Bonsoir à tous et
Good evening,
bienvenue sur les
everybody.
marches du
Welcome
Palais
to the
pour
red
cette seconde
carpet
montée
outside
des
the
marches du
festival
jour. On va
hall
juste tourner
for
la
the
caméra.
second red carpet
Regardez,
of
Michel,
the day.
s'il vous plaît.
Here we have
Madame la présidente
the
et
president
devant
of the
nous,
jury
Kate
on the red
Blanchett pose pour les
carpet.
photographes.
Kate Blanchett is having her photo taken on the red carpet here in Cannes.
Elle vient assister
She is coming to
au cinquième
see
film
the
de
fifth
cette
film in
compétition
competition.
cannoise. Cinquième film en compétition de la sélection du
It's
71e
the fifth
Festival de
film
Cannes.
in competition out of the competition
Kate
selection
Blanchett,
at the
la
71st Cannes Film Festival. Kate Blanchett is the president of the jury this year.
Qui, on le sait, on vous le rappelle, le jury peut venir à n'importe quelle
The
séance.
jury can come and watch the films at any time of the day. They can watch it in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. Sometimes they come out to the gala evenings, as is the case this evening for Kate Blanchett. No one has seen any of the films before the screening in the Salle Lumière in the festival hall. World first screenings here at the festival. The journalists watch the film at the same time as this premiere in a separate theatre inside the festival hall building.
Justice là-dedans.
Which is fair enough.
La projection de ce soir, c'est bien entendu
Here we are
Cold War, le film polonais en
ready
compétition. On en
for the
parlera dans un tout petit
screening
instant.
of a
mais d'abord, on
film
va parler
called
avec
Cold
notre
War,
intermédiaire, dont le film de Boulega a été présenté.
directed
dans
by
quelques instants.
Pawel Pawlikowski.
À genoux, les gars, pardon. A été présenté.
So we're going to have a
Quelques
word
instants,
with the
bonsoir, comment ça va?
director of a film called Sex Tapes. How did things go?
Il y a une première projection cet après-midi
Your
du
film
film.
was screened this
C'est très,
afternoon
très
for the
bien passé,
first time. It went very well,
Qu'est-ce que vous avez
apparently.
entendu du buzz?
What kind of buzz
Qu'est-ce que vous avez
is
entendu de
there
ce qui s'est
on
passé
La
sur cette
Croisette?
J'ai entendu que ça avait beaucoup
Well,
ri.
I think lots of
J'ai eu
people
l'impression que le film était
laughed
compris dans les retours que
a
j'ai eus.
lot, and the feedback's been
pour
very
moi, tout va bien, je suis
positive,
très
so
heureux.
I'm really delighted
En fait,
about that.
C'est un film sur
This is a film
le consentement et les différentes manières
about
de le comprendre par les différents
consent
personnages, filles,
and the
garçons,
way different individuals
qui
understand that
traversent cette histoire de
consent,
chantage à
the
la
girls
sex
and the
tape.
boys. It's a
Et,
sex tape
c'est un sujet grave, c'est un film léger. Et donc, j'ai
subject.
réussi à
It's
faire rire avec
serious, but at the
quelque
same
chose de
time,
grave
we've
sans
approached it
relativiser la gravité de ce
light-heartedly.
qu'on raconte. C'est tout l'enjeu.
And that's the delicate balance we had to strike. This is the first time that the film has been shown to the audience, so it's very important for us to be here today. These young people have not seen the film. There's Elise Gardiol. They're all going to be very successful. Mehdi Daman, a wonderful actor. Inès Chantilly, who was in my previous film, Aramist. And here we have Swed Darsan, who was also in the previous film, and she's got the lead role in this film. And we have Sidi Réger. So this is the team, the 5 people in the film. You seem to be getting on very well with your director. Yes, he's great. This film was written by all of them, by these youngsters, especially by these 2. And there's a co-screenplay writer who's over there. I gave them the opportunity to speak out, and they rose to the challenge. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the screening of your film in the Un certain regard section, and it's called Sex Tape.
Que vous pourrez voir très vite puisqu'il sort dans moins d'un mois en
And
France.
it is
Il
going
sort
to
en
be
salle
released in
le 20
France
juin.
within about a month. On the 20th of June, it's being released in France.
À genoux les gars, donc on voit
It's
l'équipe
called Sex Tape, and we've just spoken to the crew from that film.
qui va monter les marches
Director
dans un instant. Vous allez
Antoine
voir, ça marche.
Desrosières was with his
Projection du film
cast.
officiel à lumière et juste à côté.
Meanwhile, we're here for the screening of the film
projection.
Cold War by Pawel
Film
Pawlikowski.
certain regard.
L'équipe de À genoux, les gars. Le film d'Antoine Desrosières.
L'équipe donc de À genoux les gars,
So on
Antoine
the
Desrosières.
screen, we have Antoine Desrosières, director of the film Sex Tape, competing in
Devant nous.
Un certain regard.
avec tous ces acteurs.
The actors are there alongside their director.
Ina Shanti, Mehdi Daman,
Earlier on, saying that they helped to write the screenplay.
Ils ont tous écrit le film en fait.
So they're all co-authors of the film.
L'improvisation quelque part. Quand vous leur donnez la parole, ils ne la lâchent pas.
Antoine Desrosiers wanted to
C'est une bonne nouvelle.
give them the floor, and they rose to that occasion.
Pawel Pawlikowski.
Meanwhile, we are here for Pawel Pawlikowski's film Cold War. In Polish, it's something like ZIMNA WOJNA, but apologies to any Polish viewers for the terrible accent there.
Alors que on va laisser l'équipe de À genoux les gars.
So the crew from Sex Tape is still on the red carpet. They'll be climbing those red steps.
Rentrer dans la salle.
They'll be
et
entering
passer le couloir pour aller un
into
petit peu
the
à droite
Debussy
sur la-
Theatre,
de l'autre côté.
which is on
du
the
palais,
other side of the
dans la salle
corridor
Debussy.
to the festival hall,
En gros, on
to
les appelle
the
la salle
Théâtre
rouge, c'est Lumière, et
Lumière.
la salle bleue, c'est Debussy. Dans cette deux salles.
So we have two movie
Dans toutes les
theatres
salles
inside the festival hall being used this evening. And these are theatres which experience wonderful screenings. The screenings are always outstanding. We have the best technicians working in these theatres.
Et c'est bien simple, on ne peut pas voir un film dans de meilleures conditions que
You
ce qu'on voit à
cannot
Cannes.
have better
C'est bien normal.
conditions for viewing a film than here in Cannes.
Voilà donc toute l'équipe d'À genoux les gars
We still have on our screens the crew from the film Sex Tape.
qui précède donc la montée des marches de Cold War,
This is a
le film
red
de
carpet
Pawel
which will just
Pawlikowski
precede
que vous connaissez,
the red carpet for Cold War, directed by
que
Pawel
vous avez
Pawlikowski.
probablement vu.
You're probably
Ida,
familiar with
son film
the
précédent.
director. Perhaps you saw his film Ida from
Et pour
2013.
nous mettre dans le bain avant de parler de
To give us a
Cold War, de son
flavour
nouveau film,
of the evening,
extrait du film,
let's
regardez
take a
juste
look
quelques
at
secondes
a
pour,
trailer from the
mettre dans le bain
film,
et voir
just to
à peu
give you a
près
bit
les
of
cercles
a flavour
pour
there.
aussi de quoi on va parler
So
dans
you
quelques instants.
can know what we'll be
Regardons
talking
un
about
extrait
later
de
on this
ZIMNA
evening. So
WOJNA.
here we have Cold War.
Cold War. Et voilà,
So there we go.
des images de Cold War
Some footage from the
Le
film
nouveau
Cold
film
War,
de
the
Pawel
latest film by
Pawlikowski,
Pawel
qui
Pawlikowski.
va être projeté
That
dans
film
quelques
is going
instants
to be
dans la grande
screened
salle du
in the
Palais.
major theatre here in the festival hall in just a
Alors que
very
Thierry
short
Frémaux
time.
accueille
Thierry
l'équipe
Frémaux is meanwhile greeting the crew from the film
du délégué
Sex
général du
Tape.
festival. Et pendant ce temps, on revient un petit peu sur l'histoire de Cold War que
Let's get
vous avez
back
vu,
to
nous sommes pendant
Cold
la guerre
War.
froide entre la
It's
Pologne
during the
stalinienne et la-
Cold War between
et le Paris des années 50,
Stalin's
un musicien
styled
fou de
Poland
liberté et une jeune
and
chanteuse
lots of
passionnée.
youngsters, there's new musicians in the
amour
story. A
impossible
couple of
dans
the
une
characters
époque
fall in love
Et
in
toujours,
an
toujours,
impossible
le noir et blanc
situation.
sublimissime
There's a wonderful black and
de Pawel
white
Pawlikowski. Si vous avez vu
filming
Ida,
by
vous savez
Pawel
de quoi je parle.
Pawlikowski.
Ce film était un modèle de photographie, un modèle d'émotion, un modèle d'intelligence. On en attend juste
So
autant.
we are expecting
Cold
very
War ce
great
soir.
things from Cold War this evening.
Avec une sélection qui fait déjà
The selection here in Cannes at the 71st Cannes Film Festival is creating quite a buzz. I was at the screening of the Christophe Honoré film just a few moments ago. There was a lot of applause there from that film, Sorry Angel. At the end of the screening, we've got some footage to show you. Take a look at the emotion
des festivaliers juste à la fin du film.
of the
On va envoyer
festival
ça
goers at the end of the film. Here we go. You can see the applause for the film Sorry Angel, directed by Christophe Honoré. So there was a long-standing ovation for the director and the actors. This is not just a film about emotion, there's much more to it. Vincent Lecoste, one of the actors there, Denis Podalides, another of the actors, Pierre Deladonchamp, another actor in the film, with their director Christophe Honoré. They're all congratulating one another, so there was a great standing ovation. And the crew's eyes were very teary at the end of it all. They were very moved.
Dernière histoire d'amour d'un écrivain.
This is the most recent love story from
Pierre Deladonchamp que l'on voit.
Christophe Honoré.
La joie, le bonheur, mais lui aussi il a un peu
So
les
here we see everyone's looking very, very emotional there. Wonderful actor, that's Pierre Deladonchamp on your screen. Vincent Lacoste also. But here we are back outside on the red carpet of the 71st Cannes Film Festival.
C'était un moment qu'on a envie de vous faire vivre de temps en temps sur TV
Festival. Sharing all of these magic moments with you here on TV Festival. We want you to share in what people feel here, not only what we can see here, but those different emotions that ripple through the festival. Sometimes we can broadcast them live, not necessarily giving any commentary, just so that you can experience it all. There's so much excitement, emotion here in Cannes when a film is screened, and when we realize whether or not the festival goers enjoyed the film, were moved by the film, applauded the film.
Il n'y a pas vraiment une surprise. Ça a effectivement très bien marché dans la salle. Et puis vous voulez savoir ce qui va se passer à la fin de Cold War. Rendez-vous 1h24 après la fin.
Is about to be screened. It lasts about 90 minutes, and you'll be able to see at the end of that period of time what the applause was like. So what we need to do now is watch the film.
Vous pourriez vivre tout le festival de Cannes.
We will be able to see what the reaction is. Live footage on TV Festival.
Alors qu'on m'annonce que Léa Seydoux, membre du jury de ce 71e festival de Cannes,
one of the jury members, is about to step onto the red carpet any minute now.
Je peux la voir dans la voiture là.
I think she's just stepping out of her car right now.
On n'a pas trop le droit de parler au
We'll
jury.
try and have a word, although the jury doesn't really have authorization to speak to anyone. They're supposed to keep their thoughts to themselves until the end of the
On va pas
festival.
l'embêter, on n'a pas le droit de lui demander quoi que ce soit sur les films.
We
Donc,
can't ask her anything
on va faire
about the
léger.
film, so we'll just keep things light.
Léa qui, on va la laisser aller signer des autographes. Les
Léa
fans
is
attendent pendant des
signing
heures, on va leur laisser ce
autographs.
petit
The
moment.
fans have been waiting for hours, so let's allow them to enjoy that. There's a selfie or two going on there, but they're not on the red carpet, so that's okay.
Léa Seydoux donc.
So Léa Seydoux, member of the jury at the 71st Cannes Film Festival, is spending time with her fans.
C'est vraiment chouette que les talents, les
It's
stars,
great that the stars
aient ce petit moment avec eux.
share those moments with the fans. The fans have been there for hours waiting for them, so
Derrière le tapis.
it's really pleasant that the fans are rewarded.
Léa, ça va?
How are things, Leah? Yeah, I'm fine. I can't ask you anything about the films, but are you getting on well amongst the jury members? Yeah, good. We're having great fun.
Merci beaucoup, Léa.
Thank you, Leah.
Voilà, je respecte toujours le
There
règlement
we
du
are.
festival.
Have to respect the rules of the festival. I'm not allowed to ask any questions about the jury's discussion.
Ça a l'air d'aller très très bien entre eux.
But she seemed happy enough.
Tout ça depuis le début.
All of the jury members have been saying how well they're getting on, so it seems to be very sincere as well.
Pour leur avoir parlé un petit peu le premier jour. Ils se rencontraient.
So when we spoke to them on the first day, they'd only really just met for the first time. And Kristen Stewart was saying that everyone was saying, "Oh yes, I saw your film, or I heard your song." Or, it's really great. There was a good team spirit in the jury.
Voilà donc Léa Seydoux.
There we have Léa Seydoux on the
Cannes.
red carpet. She's been to Cannes on 7 different occasions.
Du 71e Festival de Cannes.
Films featuring in the official selection. Of course, we can all think of the Palme d'Or for the actresses as well as the director. For blue is the warmest color.
Elle avait même remporté une palme d'or pour elle, puisqu'il y en avait eu 3 de distribuer, une pour Abdelatif Kechiche, le réalisateur bien sûr, mais aussi.
Golden Palms which were handed out, one for Abdel Kechiche, the director, one for Léa, and one for Léa's co-star.
En même temps, on a une palme d'or, on ne veut pas la perdre. Léa Seydoux avec nous.
There we have Léa Seydoux on the red carpet.
Sur le tapis rouge de ce 71e Festival de Cannes.
71st Cannes Film Festival.
Et alors que dans mes notes, je cherche quel a été le dernier film représentant la Pologne à avoir gagné
To
la
see
Palme d'Or.
which Polish film ever won a Palme d'Or. Oh yes, it's the Polanski film, which was half Polish, The Pianist. So it's a half French, half Polish film.
C'est la nationalité du réalisateur qui compte.
The director's nationality is what counts. The Pianist won in 2002. Let's see what else there was. Vajda.
Je regarde mes notes.
Oh, I'm just checking my notes. We're live on TV Festival. But I better check myself. So that was in 1980, The Iron Man by Vajda.
Et avant ça,
before that,
si on avait une autre.
Oh, I don't know if there was another one. I don't think so.
Non, c'est ça, c'est tout. Peut-être Pawel Pawlikowski.
Might
va rejoindre
Pawel
cette liste.
Pawlikowski join the list?
Alors que Chloé Sevigny
Chloé Sevigny is on the red carpet also. Here you have her on your screen. Chloé Sevigny.
J'ai surpris en pleine délibération avec les autres membres du jury.
Chatting with the other jury members of Critics Week. They were lunching together. They were having their first lunch together to discuss the festival. They seem to be having a very good time around the lunch table. There's Augustin Trapenard. It was on that jury. Who else is on that jury?
Manuel
Perez Bascayat.
Eva Sangiorgi.
Eva Sangiorgi.
Voilà donc Chloé Sevigny qui est venue sans son
So there we
jury pour
have
découvrir.
Chloé Sevigny, who's coming to see the latest film directed by Pawel Pawlikowski.
Pawel Pawlikowski, on va lui parler dans un tout petit instant. Je
We're
crois
going
que
to
l'équipe est
try
arrivée.
and talk to the director. I think the team's just arrived at the red carpet.
Oui, bien sûr, allons-y. Ah, magnifique. Pawel, bonsoir.
Pawel, good evening to you. How are you? Well, okay.
Question très bête et très simple.
Stupid question to start with. How are you feeling just before your film is about to be screened? Well, I've been thinking about this for 3 years now. This film talks about many subjects. It talks about love. history, the paradoxes of love and the paradoxes of history, and music which saves everything. Love and freedom? Well, we're lacking in freedom, but it's this freedom through love. So after the Ida film, why did you decide to work on the Cold War period? Well, it's not exactly the Cold War which is of interest to me. It's just the entire period which helped me to tell a story, a very simple story, a graphic story, where there wasn't all of the things we know today, all of the information, all of those pictures and images. Life was very simple back then, so you could fall in love very easily, and the end could so easily be very tragic. So it was a good backdrop for telling stories, although the backdrop was pretty horrendous. So it's a romantic story. Well, it is romantic, but I hope it's not only romantic. You are very aesthetic when you think of your film Ida, for example. We can never forget Ida. And I've seen a few excerpts from your latest film. Why is it so important to reach perfection in your images? Well, they're not perfect, but images are so powerful. And the wonderful thing about film is the stories that you can tell. It's not literature translated into pictures. You really have to work on your images, not simply to convey information, but you have to sum up in your images as much as you can and chat as little as possible. And what about being selected for Cannes? Well, I was absolutely delighted. I'm proud. I'm happy. And I'm pleased for Poland, who hasn't had a filming competition for a long, long time. I think the last gold palm was the last Polish-speaking film was Vajda, and of course there was The Pianist too. So it's good to have a part of Poland which is beautiful and positive, something which is creative, which gets people dreaming rather than annoying people. Would you like to share a few words? Hello, I'm really happy to be here this evening. This is my first time in Cannes. I'm really happy.
I'm keep my fingers.
Merci beaucoup.
I'm crossing my fingers. Enjoy the red carpet.
The Cold War.
There we had the crew from the film Cold War. They'll be on the red carpet in just a short while now. We'll hear the music of the Carnival of the Animals chime up any second, and that will be the signal.
Voilà, la mise en place, vous savez comment ça se passe.
So the team is getting ready at the bottom of the steps. You know the routine. This is what has to happen. Pawel Pawlikowski is there with his team. They are going to walk up the red carpet, up the steps.
Cold War.
Cold War is the title of their film.
Voilà donc toute l'équipe qui se met en
So
place
there we
dans un
have
tout
the
petit
crew
instant.
getting into position. The carpet is emptying so that the crew from the film can stride across it.
Voilà. Carnaval des animaux, c'est
So
parti
here we
pour
have
la
the
montée des
Carnival of
marches.
Animals, which we can hear in the background now,
Wojna.
in tribute to the film Cold War.
Le nouveau film de Pawel Pawlikowski.
Voilà donc toute l'équipe.
We have the whole team from the film ZIMNA WOJNA, Cold War,
Le film de Pawel Pawlikowski.
directed by Pawel Pawlikowski.
Pawel Pawlikowski, le réalisateur de Ida, il avait gagné.
Pawel Pawlikowski also directed Ida, a film which won an Oscar for the best foreign film. So perhaps it's his turn for a Golden Palm this year, who knows?
Voilà donc toute l'équipe.
So there we have the crew from the film Cold War, directed by Pawel Pawlikowski. The actress is called Joanna Kulig. The guys are Tomasz, Boris Zik,
Ses productrices,
The producers are there. Also, we've got Eva Puszczynska and Tanya Segachan, and the director of photography, a very important member of the team, is Lukas Zal.
Qui, il me semble bien, avait été nommé à l'Oscar
And I
pour
think he was a contender for an Oscar for director of photography with the film Ida.
Et comme une partie de l'histoire se passe à Paris, on retrouve
Some of the story is filmed in Paris, so some of the secondary characters are French, including Jeanne Balibar, who's a famous French actress, and also Cédric Kahn. He's a film director, but also acts on many an occasion.
Il faudra attendre un petit peu puisque le film sortira cet automne en France pour le voir.
This film is due to be released in France in the autumn. So you have to wait a little while before you can see Pawlikowski's latest work of art.
Son 7e film de fiction.
It's his 7th
Il a
fiction.
aussi réalisé 5 documentaires.
He's also directed 5 documentaries.
Il a reçu une multitude de prix pour Ida en 2013.
He won a whole load of prizes for his film Ida back in 2013. Prizes in Poland, but elsewhere too.
Prix du Festival de Varsovie.
The Warsaw Festival Prize
Et donc bien sûr l'Oscar,
and the Oscar
meilleur film en langue étrangère.
for the best foreign language film.
Et toute l'équipe du film que l'on voit devant nous.
So we have the crew from Cold War on the red carpet.
Kulig, monsieur que vous voyez à l'instant à
Zick,
l'écran.
the gentleman on your screen
Il
there.
a déjà gagné une Palme d'Or puisqu'il était
He's
aussi dans
already won a
Le
Golden
pianiste.
Palm. He was in The
le film
Pianist.
de Roman Polanski en 2002.
The Polanski film from 2002.
Et Joanna Kulig avec qui nous avons parlé il y a
We
quelques
managed to
instants.
exchange a few words with Joanna Kulig just a short while ago.
Deuxième.
She's the leading lady. This is the 3rd film that she has been in,
En 2011,
directed by Pawel Pawlikowski.
alors que Thierry Frémaux. Salut.
She
toute
was in
l'équipe
Ida and
de Cold War.
the film which followed up in 2011.
Voilà donc toute l'équipe de Cold War.
Here we have the
Saluée.
entire crew from the film Cold War being greeted by Thierry Frémaux.
Connaissez le protocole. D'abord une photo en bas.
So they're having their photos halfway up the
Une
steps,
photo à mi-marche et puis tout en haut.
and then there'll be more
Près du
photos
ciel,
at the
près du
top
firmament.
of the steps, close to the stars.
La photo en haut des marches. Ensuite, ils rentrent dans le palais et nous rentrons avec eux.
Once they've reached the top of the steps, they will go into the festival hall and into the movie theatre, no doubt to thunderous applause.
Et peut-être Cold War, que l'on va voir dans un instant.
And then the film Cold War will be screened.
On va découvrir dans un instant. Voilà donc toute l'équipe. En haut des marches, vous restez avec nous, bien entendu, on va.
So the whole crew is at the top of the steps now for some final photos before they go into the building and into the movie theatre to be greeted by
Festival de Cannes
an ovation.
à Pawel Pawlikowski. Et c'est vrai que ça fait bien longtemps qu'il n'y a pas eu de film en polonais
So
au
it's been
Festival de
some
Cannes. Si je me
time
rappelle
since there's not
dernier.
been a Polish language film here in Cannes.
Je dois vous avouer que j'ai un peu de mal.
I can't remember the last Polish language film here in Cannes.
Et voilà donc, il rentre dans la salle. Vous restez
They're
avec nous, bien sûr. On
stepping
va vivre
inside the
les
building.
fameuses
Stay with us because we'll be accompanying them all the way to the movie theatre.
3h30 pour la montée des marches de Arctique.
Et voilà donc, ils sont dans la salle. Et
So
on vous le
here they
rappelle,
are.
Patrick Fabre, celui qui annonce au public du
You've
festival.
just heard perhaps the announcer outside reminding the crowds that there's going to be a midnight screening starring Mads Mikkelsen. But let's focus on Cold War and Pawel Pawlikowski right now.
Écoutez ça, écoutez
Here we
l'ovation.
can see the audience on their feet, applauding the director, Pawel Pawlikowski, who moved the entire world with his film Ida back in 2013. And let me admit to you that people are expecting great things this year from Cold War.
Cold War, donc le nouveau film de Pawel Pawlikowski.
Cold War, the latest film by Pawel Pawlikowski. The actors and actresses are taking their seats. We have Joanna, Kulig, Tomasz, Boris Six, and we have the producers Eva Puskzinska, Tanya Segetian, and the director of photography, Lucas Zahab, all there in the festival hall.
Et voilà donc, la salle est debout et même en haut, tout en haut.
The audience is on its collective feet,
Ovationne Pawel Pawlikowski
giving Pawel Pawlikowski an ovation.
de Cold War qui va commencer
The
dans
film
un
Cold War
tout
is about to
petit instant
start
dans la
in a
salle,
short while
là, juste
in
derrière
the movie
nous.
theatre just
Le
behind
film,
us.
de Pawel Pawlikowski, c'est maintenant.
So
Les marches
Pawel
de
Pawlikowski
minuit,
is
c'est
now,
aux alentours de
then
23h30,
at
oui,
midnight, or at
23h30,
11:30
une
this
demi-heure avant,
evening,
sur les festivals,
we've
Mads
got
Mikkelsen sera
another
avec nous.
film.
Et je
Mads
sais que vous
Mikkelsen
aussi,
will be on the red
vous serez
carpet
là.
for the
J'ai
film
envie de vous dire,
Arctic. I'm sure you'll be with us, so we'll see you then.